So, dear Doug and Nola, over the years you've celebrated significant birthdays and anniversaries, and many thoughts have been said, poems have been read, leaving me to wonder what more can we say that hasn't actually been said.
Sounds like a poem to me.
And then I found a card. It didn't speak of 50 years of wedded bliss, but it captured your 50 years together so perfectly that I just lifted the words off the card and inserted them into this little writing. It merely says, congratulations. You're being acknowledged not only for what you've done, but for the outstanding way that you've done it. Way to go. And when I think of all the things you've done together since July the 8th, 1967, the list is so long it could fill a book. But for starters, these thoughts came to mind, and they capture merely a tiny sampling of what you've done, along with the outstanding way that you've done it. Number one, the myriad of kindnesses that you bestowed on everyone who's crossed your paths in life. We can attest to being recipients of hundreds of kindnesses that you have freely given, never asking for anything in return. And please, no fuss over us. Number two, helpful acts that have made others' lives easier, eased many burdens, but at times have created burdens for you which you silently, quietly, and resolutely accepted. Number three, words spoken that have brought joy and laughter, comfort and encouragement, wisdom and empathy at just the right moments. Your words have celebrated others, encouraged others, and soothed wounded souls, and the list goes on and on. Your ability to promote great conversation and a desire to listen and really hear and understand others has opened hearts and often loosened tongues that have often poured out more words than you really wanted to hear. Number four, your servant hearts and hands have done more for others than many of us will ever know. That list is way too long to pursue, but just a nod to your recent years as you passionately care for your condo. The residents would dearly miss the diligence with which you address every need, plant every seed, deadhead every plant, calm every storm, host gatherings of residents to watch the Grey Cup, and light up the night for Christmas. And you fight every bird that tries to rest in your nest at Park 1 West. You can't resist. There's so much more that could be said, but I can't miss the opportunity to say thank you as we gather here for me and my family, for so often being the recipients of each and every item on this list. Well, not the condo, but I've watched and admired your care for the condo with the same diligence that you care for your family. Thank you for all you've done to help us over these 50 years. But I also want to acknowledge and thank you so deeply for the loving care that you both bestowed on Mom and Dad. I didn't think I was going to do that. And especially in those years when the tables were turned and they were unable to give anything back to you. You accepted the burden of their extra care that they required with grace, love, compassion, humor, and yes, gritted teeth. May the love that you have shared with family and friends be returned to you as blessings from above, and may you know how much you're loved, not just for what you've done and the outstanding way you've done it, but for who you are. Gems. We are so fortunate and blessed that we get to call you family. Congratulations on 50 years together, well lived. And I found a card at Rosebud that is a tree with an ampersand.
Oh, for goodness, that
And I know,
Bethany and
well, I
Joel.
gave it to Bethany and Joel, but I copied it.
Okay.
And I said, your lives together remind me of this ampersand tree. It's solid, dependable, intertwined and strong, breathtakingly beautiful, uniquely different, rooted and grounded in the soil of love, kindness, servanthood, joy and laughter, companionship, understanding, dedication, and so much more. And when the winds of adversity have blown, your intertwined roots have held you strong and upright, perhaps a bit bent at times, but ever able to straighten up and stand tall and get the show on the road again.
You got it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like
me. God, this is about somebody I don't know.
Well, we know you.